Hey, did you know Rotten Tomatoes hates DC? That's why all DC movies fail. Hey guys, welcome back to Adlib Talk, and this is my review for The Suicide Squad. James Gunn gives us a standalone sequel to the original Suicide Squad. Is he able to provide us a movie with an actual structure, or is this just another advert for a bunch of pop songs? Let's find out. But as always, before we start with this review, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, and please do consider subscribing. Cheers, and let's get right into that review. I'm glad to say that yes, this is actually a movie, unlike the crap we got in that 2016 version. And not only is it a movie, but it's actually quite a decent movie. Let's get into the details. So, Suicide Squad is DC's 10th movie of its own version of an extended universe, although I think that's kind of forgotten now, and has a wonderful cast including stars like Margot Robbie, Idris Elba, John Cena, Joel Kinnaman, Sylvester Stallone, Viola Davis, Jay Courtney, and Peter Capaldi. Gunn was hired for this movie after being fired by Disney and Marvel from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 over some weird Twitter controversy for saying some edgy jokes. But I guess, it's James Gunn. Obviously, he's going to say edgy jokes. Anyways, our movie starts with Amanda Waller sending Task Force X. Actually, she sends 2 Task Force X teams filled with inmates from Belle Reve onto the South American island of Corto Maltese. Their mission is to destroy Jotunheim, which is a Nazi-era laboratory that holds a sort of top-secret experiment called Project Starfish. As the team led by returning character Colonel Rick Flag, I don't even remember there being a Colonel Rick Flag in the original, but anyways, is almost completely slaughtered, our second team with Bloodsport and the rest enter undetected. And thus begins their hilarious and bloody journey in the city of Corto Maltese. So let's be honest here, the story isn't really that consistent here. It did feel a little video gamey at times, in the sense that you always have this kind of objective to achieve, and also none of the, okay, I'm being a bit harsh here, some of the emotional moments work, some feel quite weak and quite forced and quite cringy in a way. And also the betrayal moments, every single betrayal moment or kind of plot twist moment was obvious from a mile away. With that out of the way, let's talk about the 2 main factors which actually make this a really good movie: the gore and the humor. Gunn went for a R-rated version of The Suicide Squad, and he took full advantage of that with some of the bloodiest action I have recently seen. These are some of the best action scenes that I think I've seen in a comic book movie to date. The violence is incredible to watch and extremely stylish, so that's good. Thankfully, even the humor works really well, so it never gets too serious. The jokes don't all work, mind you, and some of them are taken a bit too far. For example, I enjoyed the polka-dot man joke about his mum, but then it does become a bit overused with time. Anyways, the humor does really work with Peacemaker, for example, and Bloodsport competing for the most stylish kill. It was great to see, and the sort of twist in that scene, which I'm talking about, was really good as well. So that was really well done. It's, the seriousness of all it is what will make you laugh. I was also surprised with just how good it all looked. This was shot so well. There's a lot of stylish action here, and the special effects were also incredibly well done, as showcased especially with King Shark and in the climactic fight versus Starro. Some standout scenes include, for example, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn escaping from her sort of jail, I guess, and the action scene there was so well done. The camera work of that scene was impressive. I really did enjoy that scene. Even the climactic fight versus Starro, really well shot. Some very good action here, some very good camera work, some very good cinematography, and special effects were on point. Overall, I thought performances were not half bad. Idris Elba is a decent lead. He's a very good actor, obviously, but he doesn't really have a lot to work with here. And this will definitely not be one of his most iconic performances. But at least he does provide the movie with the necessary charisma of his role. John Cena, on the other hand, did quite impress me. His character was a standout from the rest. And Cena has some great moments, especially around the end of the movie. It's not all just jokes here. Margot Robbie is her usual Harley Quinn self. It is good to see her performance in an actually decent movie. Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag, yeah, he gives us a decent performance, much better than the Rick Flag. I had to go and watch the original again and see who the hell was Rick Flag. And then I recognized he was the leader of the group. But anyways, he gives a much better performance as Rick Flag is here is actually joking and not taking it all way too seriously. Who else do we have? We've got David Dastmalchian. I think I completely ruined that name. As Polka-Dot Man, and Daniela Melchior as Ratcatcher 2 are kind of the heart of this movie. I thought Ratcatcher 2 was a very sweet character, provides sort of the most heartwarming and heart-wrenching moments of this story. Although, it's all quite basic, all quite predictable. But at least they try to give even the smaller characters, smaller members of the group, some backstory. With regard to Polka-Dot Man, I enjoy that they involve these sort of really minor characters from the comics, because that then allows director Gunn the creativity to sort of do whatever he wants with him. And he creates this sort of son-mother drama, right? Which is kind of funny, but quite emotional at the same time. So I really did enjoy that character as well. Overall, this is a visually spectacular and sometimes quite humorous take on the Suicide Squad characters, which lacks quite a bit on the narrative side of things. However, Ratcatcher 2 does help to add some heart to all the blood and gore, as does the Polka-Dot Man. But it's definitely not enough. However, if what you want is an action-packed bonanza of exploding bodies and cut-off heads with some occasional laughs, you're in the right place. The Suicide Squad rating is a 3.5 out of 5. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that review. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on this video and please do consider subscribing. Cheers, and I'll see you guys next time right here on AdLib Talk.